Oh, the hardest among the three, for sure, for sure, for sure. Hey everyone, welcome to Fluent For Real. My name is Renata. If you want to unlock your professional life or your academic life, you are in the right place. Here you will take your English from intermediate to advanced. The people have claimed for prepositions. Is it a love-hate relationship? Is it fascination mixed with fear? I don't know. All I know is we posted a poll on Instagram stories and the result was you guys wanted us to make a video about prepositions in, on, and at. And a lot of people voted. I think it was the most voted poll we have ever done there. This is our handle right there. Follow us on Instagram to be able to vote too and tell us what you would like to see here on our channel. I will approach the topic of today thinking about the professional and the academic universe. And before I get started, if you liked the topic, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell, turn on the bell to get the notifications whenever we have a new video up. Some people have been missing out on the new videos. If it's your first time here, we are a brand new channel. We've been posting for a month and a half now, not even 2 months. And this is the first video about prepositions, but it definitely will not be the last. I know that it's a very delicate, sensitive topic. Most of us Brazilians have a hard time associating correctly, using the right prepositions, and it's always a struggle, you know, to know the rule, the exceptions, so it's not gonna be the last video, I promise. Leave it in the comments if you have a request for a video about prepositions. Today's topic is prepositions in, on, and at. We will go back to the basic first because we wanna make sure that all the concepts and rules for the very, very basic usage of those prepositions is clear. But we will not stop there because we know that you guys are aiming at advanced English, fluent, sophisticated kind of English. So we will first correct and then we will go deeper into expressions, idioms, verbs, adjectives, and prepositions. We will go beyond the basics. Pay close attention because after all the explanation, all the examples, all the illustration, I will be leading a practice exercise with you guys to make sure that you learned the content of the video. Listen to the video, watch it, concentrate on what I'm saying, and I always suggest that you guys speed up the video. Make sure the video is faster than just the regular speed, like 1.5 maybe would be okay, would be nice. And YouTube gives us that possibility of speeding up the video. This way you need to pay closer attention to what I'm saying, you know? The fact that it's faster makes you need to concentrate more. You can spend your whole day listening to videos, but if you don't stop and study the videos that you're watching, your time unfortunately will not be nearly as productive as it could be. So make sure you study this video. Watch it, concentrate, write down whatever you find is relevant, and be ready for the final oral exercise at the end of the video. Prepositions in, on, and at are used for a gazillion things in a gazillion situations. One of them is describing position in place or time. Where is it? When is it? What time is it? Tip. Rules are not 100%. There are many exceptions which rationally, you know, they may be similar to the logic in Portuguese, but they're not really. So, to clear out any questions that you may have, double check by looking the word up in the dictionary. This is a dictionary that we recommend here at Fluent For Real. I've already mentioned this dictionary a couple of times on Instagram. So, there you go. Check out the phrases and the examples that the dictionary brings you. If you look up the word gathering, for example, you will see the sentence, the example there saying a gathering of 20 or 30 people. So a gathering of 20 people. There, you know how to use it. You know which preposition to use it with. Another way to see the word being used in action is to Google articles, read 1 or 2 articles from solid websites, solid newspapers, because the internet has mistakes all over the place all the time. But then you can actually see how people use it, you know, if that's really the preposition that you're supposed to use. So it's a way to double check the information if you are in doubt. And you know what? Memes can also teach. Preposition in, where describing position in place. It helps a lot to think of in as a space with limits. So when it's not in, it's out. Example, continents, countries, states, cities, neighborhoods. I am in South America, in Brazil, in Minas Gerais, in Belo Horizonte, in Cidade Jardim, for example. No, I'm not. Where are you now? Pause the video and do the same exercise. Continent, country, state, city, neighborhood. Go. In the park, in my pocket, in the bag, in my heart, in the car. All of these nouns, they give us a very clear idea of a limit, a limited space that has nothing inside. Let's say it's hollow on the inside, like a car, like a pocket, like a bag, like a living room, has walls, but a hollow space inside, a kitchen, a bedroom, a glass, a bottle. That's the kind of container that you can imagine when you're thinking about preposition in. Limits, out, and in. Now let's talk about position in time. In a year, in a month, in a season of the year. In the summer, in the winter, in the spring, in the fall, in the future. In 2 days, in 2 weeks, which means, say today's Tuesday, so on Thursday, in 2 days. Next month, in 1 month. In 2000, we started our own business. In the summer, tourists love going to the beach. We'll be receiving the goods in a couple of days. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. In as a limited amount of time, a limited period of time. For example, she finished the test in 1 hour. She made the cake in 30 minutes. Moving on. More abstract positions of space and time. Getting out of the very, very basic, concrete. In the department, in the area of the company. Pieces of information. In the report, in the book, in the article, in the chart, in the email, in the message. In this video, I read the information in the report and it is quite pessimistic. In your last email, you replied saying, in this book, you will find tons of life lessons. But wait, on page 60, you will find the sales chart of the trimester in the book, on the page. In the meeting versus at the meeting. Think of it as, where is he at the meeting? What is he doing? He is in a meeting. If the person, let's say your boss, is in the same office as you, in the same location as you, and then you ask, hey guys, where's the boss? Have you seen the boss? Where is he? Where is she? You will probably hear the answer, oh, she's in a meeting, he's in a meeting, because you guys are in the same place. But what are they trying to tell you? That your boss is busy right now? Because he is having a meeting, he is in a meeting. Because you are not actually worried, or they are not actually worried about telling you where exactly he is. If you want to know which room, you can ask that later. But immediately the person will probably tell you, oh, he's in a meeting. He's not right here at, this very location, but he is in the company having a meeting. But if you're looking for someone and that person has attended a meeting, has gone elsewhere to attend a meeting, you will probably hear the answer, he is at a meeting. Probably outside the office, not in the same location. So the meeting is considered an event, like a conference, like a game, like a play. It's an event. So if the focus is he is not in the building, he's not here, he is in another place, he is at a meeting. If he is busy, he is working, he can't talk to you, or he's busy with someone else, he's in a meeting. That's what he's doing. In debt. Nearly half the students said they were in debt. Important note here. Usually, as a rule, you can consider that when a word is used with preposition in, and there is an opposite, that word has an opposite, you can consider that it's probably going to be preposition out. And the action involved with it will be get in, get out, fall in, fall out, etc. For example, to get in debt, to fall in debt, to sink into debt, to get out of debt. The club sank deeper into debt. I'm walking into a meeting right now. Can I catch you later? He walked out of the meeting in protest. So in, out, in, out. In production. By September, new motors will be in production. The new model will go into production next year. So it is in production, it will go into production. In industry. This type of software is widely used in industry. In business. How long have you been in business? They shut down the company 5 years ago, but now they're back in business. They went out of business, now they're back in business. Culture. In our culture, it's rude to ask someone how much they earn. Realm. The idea that aliens will conquer the planet is in the realm of science fiction. Rise, increase, in. We are expecting a rise in sales. We are expecting an increase in prices. Verbs and complementary preposition. First, how do I know if I'm supposed to use a preposition with a verb or not? Example, enter. In English, enter is a verb that we use by itself. He entered. She entered. In Portuguese too. It can be intransitive, which means it's used by itself without a complement, without anything that responds question what. I entered. That's it. But it can also be transitive. So I entered the room. The room is the complement of the verb, but there is no preposition. Enter in. No, that's Portuguese. In English you say she entered the room. She entered the classroom. I entered the living room. Oh my God. How am I supposed to know this? The dictionary will tell you that. Check out these examples. I have my laptop open here with what you guys see. So the verb enter is described there. Go into, intransitive, transitive, to go or come into a place. Silence fell as I entered the room. You can see in that phrase that there is no in. And all the phrases, all the other phrases will work the same way. There is no in. So there you have it. The dictionary is your best friend also to check grammar, not only to check the meaning of words, but to check how the word functions, as a little person, the organs and the functions, how it works. Was that a good analogy? I don't know. Verbs and adjectives followed by preposition in. I am interested in learning more about your preferences as a client. Interested in. The team needs to persist in that task. Persist in. As a leader, you should believe in teamwork. Believe in. They have passed the evaluation with flying colors. Passed the evaluation. No preposition. Pass. We will be investing in better packaging. Invest in. Mr. Armstrong engaged in regular exercise after his heart attack. Engage in. On or upon are also possible. Scientists claim they have succeeded in finding the cure for the disease. Succeed in. Pay attention to all the details. Not pay attention in. Pay attention to. Common mistake. The research resulted in amazing discoveries. Result in. Preposition on. Where? Position in space. For a very concrete situation, it helps to think of the idea of contact for preposition on. On the wall, on the carpet, on the floor. Ooh. On my dress, on my skin, on the bottle, not in the bottle, but on the bottle, on the surface of the bottle, on the glass, not in the glass. Streets, roads, avenues, ways, on. On my way to work, I drop off the kids at school. The shopping center is on Lincoln Avenue. Attention. On my way versus in my way or in the way. When something is an obstacle, when it's a barrier, it gets in your way or in the way of something else or someone. I'm sorry, am I in your way? Okay, I'll move. Okay. A policeman yelled at the crowds to get out of the way. The crowd was in the way. The crowd was an obstacle for the policeman. So he asked them to get out of the way. In, out. See? When something is on its way, when someone is on their way, they are moving, they are going to their destination. Well, she should be on her way here right now. Let's wait 5 more minutes. She should be on her way. She's probably coming. She's probably coming. Yeah. On the street versus in the street. American and British differ a lot here. In American English, which is what I'm going to focus on, in the street can literally mean in the middle of the street, where the cars are supposed to be. He saw a mob in the street, walking where the cars were supposed to. A lot of people. The kids are playing on the street, probably on the sidewalk, but they are outside of the house. They're not inside. But this is a case that it's very subtle. The difference is not so clear. Even if you research a lot, you will see that people will use it, native speakers will use it in different ways. So you can remember it like this. If you're talking about an address, where is the building, where is the office, we're gonna use preposition on. It's on that avenue, it's on this street. That's it, preposition on. When you are describing someone or an action happening or something that is located in that public area, you may use in. The kids are playing in the street, the mob is in the street. You can see a lot of diversity in the streets of New York. On TV, on the phone, on the radio, on the internet, on YouTube, on Facebook, on social media. I speak on the phone. I spend too much time on social media. I receive a video on WhatsApp. I see a documentary on Discovery Channel. Communication through electronic devices, whether it's a radio wave, the internet, the phone, etc. So all the examples that I gave, we use preposition on. When? Position in time. On days of the week, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Sunday, on complete dates, on January 2nd, on September 1st, on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve. The final report is due on March 31st. The professor's birthday is on July 2nd. In general, when you are on a journey, a trip, a vacation, you also use preposition on. On vacation, on a holiday, on a trip, on a journey. The company is sending her on a 3-day trip. Moving on to more abstract expressions or positions in time and space in a more intermediate approach. American English, on the team. We need hardworking people on the team. On the list. The first person on my list is Mrs. Gilling. On the graph. I would like to demonstrate my argument on the graph. Transportation. I know, this is the weirdest one for me too. On the plane, on the bus, on the train, on the subway, on the bicycle, on the boat, on the ship. And the same association we did with in and out is valid for on too. In many situations, the opposite position or action of entering, exiting one of these places is with preposition off. On, opposite, off. I get on the plane, I get off the plane. I get on my bike, I get off my bike. As I got on the plane, my phone rang. Some rude guy pushed me off the train as it stopped. He pushed me off the train because I was on the train. Attention! On the boat versus in the same boat. On a boat means basically your position. Where are you? I am on a boat. But in the same boat is an idiomatic expression, which means that you and someone else are in the same position, going through the same difficulties, living the same hard situations. So we are all in the same boat when it comes to coronavirus. The whole universe, no, I can't say that. The whole planet is in the same boat because we're all living the same situation. We all go through the same thing. So let's help each other because we are in the same boat. Remember how we say the information is in the book, but the information is on page 30? Yes, so on the same page is an idiomatic expression that means, when two people are connected, when they think alike, when they are in sync, working well together, we are on the same page here. On campus, off campus. As a foreign student, she can only have a job on campus. That's what happened to MC when she was living in the US as a student. She could only work on campus, and she did. Explanation on, information on, or information about. I need an explanation on prepositions. Can you help me? I need information on the new client. On, the preposition, the simple preposition on, is very used simply to refer to someone talking about something. For example, in this image here, we have David Beckham talking to Ellen, and the headline of the video is Cheat Sheet, David Beckham on his commitment to youth soccer in the US. That's it. So David Beckham in that video will be talking about his commitment, blah, 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 blah. Super common, guys, especially on YouTube, you will see this a lot. Interviews and that kind of situation. Let's talk verbs and complementary prepositions. The success of this enterprise depends on everyone's effort. Depend on. Attention, Brazilians! This is a mistake that I see happening a lot, so correct your depend. Please. We need to concentrate our resources on innovation. Concentrate on. They have insisted on increasing the prices. Insist on. We need to work on our marketing strategy. Work on. Too much money has been spent on bonuses. Spend on. Spend money on, spend energy on, etc. I'm gonna go check on Mark, the new guy, and see how he's doing. Check on somebody. Make sure they are okay, make sure nothing wrong is happening. Check on. Based on recent data, we have decided to expand transactions. Based on, verb or adjective, the same thing. I'd like to congratulate you on your new job. Congratulate somebody on something, on a promotion, on a new job. Congratulate somebody for doing something, for getting a new job, for graduating, etc. Or on graduating too. You can use on anytime. Preposition at. Oh, the hardest among the three, for sure. The one that is, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys agree with me, in my opinion, the most difficult to grasp, the most difficult to... Let's begin with the basic and then we move on to the more abstract and harder. Where? Position in space. Some people like to use the concept of very specific location to help describe preposition at. Even the dictionary brings it like that. Take a look. Used to say exactly where someone is, where somebody is. But to me, that's not very helpful because how specific can you be? If I say I am at home, there is more specific than that. You know, home is not the most specific location I can be in. I can be in the living room. I can be in bed, in my bedroom, at home. So to me, that logic is not very helpful. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but the way that I see it, okay, hear me out. So I like to think of it as a location where the limit is not clear or the limit is inexistent. There is no in and out. For example, take a look at this house. Let's imagine that I am here. There is a party, there is a barbecue, and that's where I am, having fun, dancing, eating, swimming, etc. So if my mom calls me and asks me where I am going to say, hey, I am at Giselle's house. Having a drink, having a barbecue, I'm at Giselle's house. So to my mom, what matters is my location in the city. A specific location, sure. But still, inside that house, there are a lot of other locations I could be in, and my mom doesn't need to know that. She needs to know that I am at Giselle's house. Hold that thought. Now, another situation, I am having the same kind of fun. I need to go to the bathroom. I leave the area of the party, I leave my phone behind, and then my mom calls. My husband picks up the phone. Renata is not here. Renata is in the house right now. Can she call you back? Because he is outside in the backyard, in the swimming pool area, far from me, and I am inside the house. In that situation, we describe each other's positions like that. She is inside the house, she is in the house, and he is outside the house. Both of us are at Giselle's house, but I'm in the house and he is outside the house. So when there is no need for the limit of in and out, we use preposition at. There is no need to express that limit, or there are too many possibilities inside that place to focus on in or out at that moment. And you don't need to, you don't want to. So I am at a hotel, I am at a stadium, I am at Giselle's house, I am at a restaurant, I am at the office, at the theater, at the event, at the lecture, at the party, at the shop, at the supermarket, at the shopping center. Now, one little thing here. At the office means at the company, the place where one or more people work, or even the action of working. You know, where are you? Oh, I'm at the office. I'm working. That's kind of what you're saying too. If you are in the office, you are in the actual room where you work. I left my keys at the office. I left my keys at the company, at whatever location my office is, there. No matter in which room or what table, exactly where. I left my keys at the office. John is in his office right now. So I am in the same location as him, and I'm demonstrating to you that he is in a room that he calls his office. So John is in his office. We are both at the office, but he is in his office right now. At the hospital versus in the hospital. At the hospital meaning positioned somewhere in that building. In the hospital meaning sick. She is in the hospital, she's sick, or she's having a baby, or she's having surgery. She's at the hospital, she's just there, maybe working, maybe visiting someone. We can see this no limit situation very clearly in the next examples. At the bus stop, there is no in and out. If I am sitting on that bench, if I am next to that sign, whatever that is, if I am 2 or 3 feet away from that protection, from that shelter, I'm still waiting for the bus. I'm still at the bus stop. There is no line like, oop, in, oop, out, up, here the bus will stop for me, up, here the bus won't stop for me. At the table, sitting to eat. As long as I'm not on the table, there's also an invisible area around it. When someone is at the table, that means they are using the table to eat. They're sitting around it, gathered with their family, enjoying a conversation or having dinner. But there's no limit as in and out of that area. There's no line, there is no in, there's no out. She's at the table, she's eating. Do you get the logic? I really hope it was helpful. It's my way of interpreting the preposition, but I feel like it's helpful. And you guys can extrapolate to other examples as well. Someone is at the door. John is at his desk. The receptionist is at the entrance. The children are at home, or simply the children are home. Home is a word that doesn't require preposition at. It's optional. If streets and avenues are combined with preposition on, the complete address or address is combined with preposition at. Madonna lives at 800 Park Avenue. At, number, name, street, or avenue. Position in time. At is used with hours. The appointment is at 9 a.m. The conference call is going to be at noon, Brazil time. Moving on to more abstract expressions or positions, going a little bit further into the intermediate. Cost. The new building is going up at a cost of $82 million. At the beginning, in the middle, at the end. At the beginning of the year, the budget is distributed. In the middle of the year, schools have a summer vacation. At the end of the year, families get together for the holidays. In the beginning also exists, but it's not used with of the year, of the month, of the day. In the beginning, I didn't like him very much. Meaning, at first, in the first few days, in the first moments, my first impression. In the end, I believe everything will be okay. In the end, eventually. At the beginning of, in the middle of, at the end of. At a glance. Here are our top 10 ski resorts at a glance. At once, immediately. When I saw him, I recognized him at once. Payment at sight. The payment must be done at sight, which means immediately. Verbs, adjectives, and preposition on, at. Yeah, at, frown at. It means to literally put your eyebrows together in sign of disapproval. Frown on or frown upon means to disapprove, but not necessarily showing it with your face. For example, other pesticides are legal, but they are frowned upon. Barry has always frowned upon those who have affairs. He laughed at the idea of firing the whole team. Laugh at, smile at. We are aiming at pleasing our customer. Aim at. Victor is not actually good at convincing clients to buy. Good at. I'm surprised at how fast my clientele is building up. Surprised at. Or surprised by. We are done with explanation. Let's move on to practice. We're gonna follow the flow of the music. I hope you guys can hear it. I think it's more pleasant for us to follow this flow of I say the word, you guys give me the answer, and then I'll show you the correct answer. I'll throw a word and you guys tell me which preposition to use with that word. Make sure you say both words together. For example, if I say floor, you say on the floor. So your brain can associate the two things together. Don't say just the preposition on, because that's not going to be as helpful as saying the whole thing. Where is it? In, on, or at? The car. The avenue. The park. Brazil. 200 Park Avenue. Miami. My blouse. campus, the department, the shopping mall, the bus stop, the book, the kitchen, the list, airplane, the wall, the website, the summer, page 6, our culture, business, WhatsApp, a train, the morning, the afternoon, the evening, night. Moving on to expressions now. Dead, the beginning of the year, production, the same boat, the end of the month, the way as an obstacle, the middle of the day, the same page, check somebody, my way to work, moving on to verbs or adjectives followed by prepositions. Concentrate, depend, engage, smile, base, pass, interested, insist, work, persist, congratulate, enter, spend, invest, frown, laugh, succeed, surprised, result, pay attention. That's it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I worked really hard on it. I really wanted to talk about these prepositions in a way that wouldn't be so easy or basic, and at the same time thinking about the context that you guys can use in your professional lives or academic lives. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video on our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching. Please leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell, the notifications to be notified. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.